Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this. Big news. The Almanac is officially back. The most exhaustive and comprehensive guide to the 2023-24 college basketball season is available for pre-order now. If you go to cbbalmanac.com, link is in the description below, you can pre-order for just $15.99 or 20% off the sticker price. The format is going to be a little bit different this season. Instead of an 850-page PDF, you'll be getting access to the full site with league-by-league PDFs available for download. The preview will be live on September 20th. So you have until then to be able to get your pre-orders in. So for insight for all 362 Division I teams from their head coaches and the experts that cover them, make sure you hit that link. So we talked a little bit about Purdue. We talked a little bit about Michigan State. The other team that I think you can make the argument is the next most talented in the Big Ten is Indiana. And my question to you is, are you going to trust a team where 4 of their 5 best players are front court players, and their point guard is Xavier Johnson, who has put up big numbers, but who I don't think has really shown us throughout his now 6-year career the consistency to be a winning point guard. Where do you stand on Indiana, Fanta?
Wow. I think that's the biggest question in this league from team to team, because if it all pans out, this is a team that could end up being a really special group, because there's so much upside to the talent that they have. I mean, Kel'El Ware, Mike Woodson told me a couple of weeks ago that Kel'El Ware has it in him to be a great player, and that the Oregon chapter was the Oregon chapter. And he was pretty candid. He said, look, man, shit happens. That's the point of the transfer portal. He's coming here. He's going to play a big role. We're asking him to play a big role. Mackenzie Mgbako, by all accounts, is oozing with talent. And when Mike Woodson says of a freshman that
oozing with talent.
Yes, oozing with talent. I don't understand you sometimes. You try to set some people up.
Continue.
I mean, we're talking about Peacock subscriptions and oozing with talent. Folks, the fact of the matter is Mgbako has a chance to be special. When Mike Woodson says that Mackenzie Mgbako, Tio, could be leading them in scoring on a given night, that stands out to me. Because Mike Woodson doesn't hand out praise.
No.
He doesn't hand out praise, nor alone to a freshman. To me, the question is, do they have enough between – like Xavier Johnson is what he is. He's a very good, adequate guard who can make plays for others and be a leader. He's the heart and soul of that team. He's a very good player, okay?
He's your age.
Is he an All-American? No, but yeah, he's an old guy who's going to step up. I just question this team's ability to make perimeter shots. I don't know how they're spacing the floor game to game. Trey Galloway's a role guy. It looks like they're going to ask him to start at the 2. It's a big. He plays with energy. He defends. He's quick. He makes hustle plays happen. But to me, from game to game, what does Indiana's offensive production look like post Trace Jackson Davis, post Jalen Hood-Schifino? Because the fact is, they are counting on a lot of new faces to be double-figure type of guys.
They need the Malik Reneau breakout season is what they need, T.O.
Yeah, and they need Mgbako to be a big piece too, because he can space the floor. He's shown that, at least when we watched him whenever he was on the circuit. Like, he's a guy who can shoot the ball, get shots off of one dribble, doesn't need the ball to be dominant. And I think within a system he'll be pretty good. Caleb Banks is a talented kid that'll come off the bench, an Atlanta Celtics kid that didn't play a ton last year, but he's got that ability. Peyton Sparks shot 40% from 3 last year and averaged 13 and 9. He's a guy that can really shoot the basketball from Ball State. We'll see how that works. Kind of another big 6'8", 6'9" guy that can space the floor. The talent's there. To me, they're the most intriguing team in this league, just because what you see are 3 or 4 guys that could shoot 40%, and you have some creation, and Gabe Cupps will come off the bench, who was one of my favorite players on the circuit. What was it, last summer or 2 summers ago? A guy who can create, he's shifty. He's going to be that guy that opposing fan bases love to hate. And I'm curious to see how this team goes because the natural talent's there.
Yeah, the one thing I will say, I agree with everything you guys just said. There's 2 things that I want to point out. One, I'm a little worried about what they're going to be defensively. It feels like Reneau and Kel'El Ware are both guys that you would kind of pencil in as a 5, and Mgbako, I think I view him more as a like 4/3 than a guy that's a natural wing, if that makes sense. So I'm a little bit worried about where he's going to be in that position. This honestly has the makeup of a team that if you played some 2-3 zone with the length and athleticism that they have in that front line, I don't think that I would hate that all that much. And 2 is that when I spoke with Mike Woodson for the Almanac, he wasn't really hiding the fact that he was kind of making a public call out of Kel'El Ware, like challenging, is he going to play hard enough? Does he want this? Essentially, does he got that dog in him, right? And I think
if he did, he'd have been a lottery pick.
Yeah, if he did, he wouldn't be at Indiana right now. He wouldn't be leaving Oregon for another school. He'd be leaving Oregon for the NBA. But there were people that kind of had similar questions for Trace Jackson Davis after his first couple seasons at Indiana. And then last year, Trace kind of made that jump and made that leap. And was that Woodson's 3rd season, right? No, Woodson's 2nd season. So Woodson had the season with Trace Jackson Davis and then got him to the point where he turned into like TJD, a bad man. I'm very curious to see how that will work out with Kel'El Ware because the talent is absolutely there. The question is whether or not you can get the best out of them. Thank you for watching The Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.